leather gloves were slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts were working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives
Live
here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful
Massapequa,
downtown.
right by the
Downtown.
LIRR, and brought to you by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the
The
9/11 community.
Thank you, Michael Barasch. So we're back. Richie's not here on Valentine's Day, and look what I have on Valentine's. Look at the beauty that I am blessed to have tonight instead of freaking Richie sitting here. Look at it.
Yeah, because he wouldn't pay you 25 cents for a kiss.
No, he would definitely not. He has, but he will not again. It is so nice to be here on Valentine's Day with you.
It is. It's so nice to be with you.
I left the LaRocchia girls. I bought Valentine's for all the LaRocchia girls. And the little one, I got her this is where I get in trouble. I bought her a heart balloon and just a little candy thing. And I went over in the middle of dinner to give it to her.
Oh.
She put all her pasta, spilled it from her thing onto the table, said, "I'm done."
And she wants
2.5.
She wants
I'm
Graham
done. I
Babs
want
chocolate.
that. I want that. And my son and my daughter-in-law looking at me. But I was very proud of her because then she took the pasta, not wasting it, one at a time, and was firing at her brother. One at a time. No waste. And he's just sitting there laughing, taking it. It was hysterical, but I got the looks, and I ran out of there as I stirred the pot once again.
You're allowed to do that as the grandfather.
Once again.
Right?
So it was nice, but it's nice that it's Valentine's Day. And as the married guys say, Valentine's Day, thank you for Stop and Shop and CVS. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to the fancy flower store.
No, you're
We're
not.
picking up some chicken cutlets and flowers.
How busy was CVS this morning when you went?
Busy.
Yeah, packed,
hold on.
right?
This morning, that's early for me. I went this afternoon.
You went this
I went
afternoon.
this afternoon.
Oh,
With a bunch of stunads standing in the aisle online, you know.
can't find the right card because they waited till the last minute.
You know what? I didn't do a card. I didn't do a card. All right. But here's the thing with Matt, and this is, we're going to talk a little bit of Valentine's Day today, and I'm going to give you some advice on dating.
Okay.
That if you want it, you know, you're out
absolutely.
there. You're out there. I think you have a steady now, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Think so. But you know, you're still out there. I'm not. So I figured maybe I'll give you some dating advice, and you don't have to take it. What do I know? I'm just an old guy. But you know, maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. So we'll do a little of that. Snow day yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, and people were off.
They
Not grandbabs. I had them all day. Like there he is.
Oh, you made the snow. It was great snowman
the
snow.
worst snowman, but I had to make it because he said, he doesn't
Look how
remember much
cute.
snow. It was like 3 years ago. The little one doesn't, and they wanted a snowman. I have no patience making a snowman. So I said, I got to throw something together, you know. So we rolled it up, this and that, and the mouth wasn't on it yet. The little one actually found a mouth. I said, get a few Legos. I said to him, we'll make a mouth.
Oh, good
We'll
idea.
make a Lego snowman, eyes. He didn't like that. He brought me the crayon thing for the nose. Great. And then she goes and finds like a little thing with a mouth. It was perfect. So we had a ball. I pulled him like an idiot. I pulled him in the sleigh 3 blocks to the small hill in the schoolyard and realized he could have walked. What am I doing? I was so tired. We went back. He's like, let's watch, DuckTales, right? And we watched that a lot. I fell asleep on the kid.
Oh.
He loves that. He loves when you snozzle. And the little one, I threw her in for a nap, and I was like, all right. She comes out of a nap like 2 hours later. I'm like, man, I could probably watch a movie with him and not leave this couch, right? And here comes the text message from my daughter-in-law. All his friends are going down to the big hill at the park at 3 o'clock. Now
There
I
it
go
is.
down. What, Butch? Watch. What?
Look down.
What?
Look.
What?
Hit the screen. You forgot.
Oh, it's Johnny plug time. Thank you, Patrick. So anyway, now we're down the park, and I go to the top of the hill with my bad knee because I think he's got to be pushed. But all his friends are there. It's really cute watching him with his friends. The things they say,
Right.
whatever. And now I have to get down this big hill with the bad knee. There were no grandparents there. It was all parents, and I could have passed for a parent until I fell down the hill. Then they go, "Oh my God, the
Help.
old guy! Let's
Help
help!
the
Oh,
old
the old man,
man."
the old guy!" I'm saying, "No! I'm a
Did
dad.
you break a hip?
I'm a dad." And people yelling, "It's Vincent's grandpa! He fell. Vincent, oh, shut up! Leave me here." Oh, so embarrassing! So embarrassing.
Oh.
Dad's 90th birthday.
Ooh.
Yesterday, we
Oh.
had a nice little family celebration. There
Oh,
we are on the
nice.
couch with the big guy, Giovanni. There's
Wow.
Paula next to me. There's Paula, my wife, my sister Janie in between, Linda, and my brother-in-law Teddy.
Nice.
Nice day. We catered for my Verones,
Oh.
and we had a nice lunch. And my father says what he always says. You know, people are going to say, "How you doing?" And he always responds, "I'm just waiting." That means he's just waiting to die. That's what he says to people. "I'm just waiting." They say, "Happy birthday." You know, "How are those Mets?" "I'm just waiting."
Yeah.
So he's very uplifting. But it was an
We should
it was-
introduce him to Judy.
oh, it was a nice no, Judy doesn't want. Oh boy. But it was nice. It was a nice day. And I how are you doing with Valentine's Day? Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Oh,
it's
I got you a box of over
You
there. Can you
did?
grab that? Can you reach it?
Sure,
Go
I
off the
can
camera.
reach
I'm
it.
sorry. And that's a flower for you too over there.
Really?
Yeah. I've got you a rose. I took it out of my wife's dozen. What? How she's not? I guarantee you, she will not realize. No, I didn't take it out.
Aw.
I was gonna do that. I said to her, "Let me have one of the roses to put on the set." And then I go, "No, I'll give it to Rosie." And then I'm saying, if she watches the show and I give one of Rosie, I will never
That's
get the
it.
end
You'll
of
be
Yeah.
different.
So I went back to CVS before I came here, and I found a single rose for my co-host.
Well, thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. My
Happy
see
Valentine's Day.
now my Valentine's Day just got
A little
a
bit.
little bit better.
A little
It
better.
really did.
Later on, we're going to have on Mary Kennedy and Tom DiDario, and we're going to banter this Valentine's Day around a little bit and get some yucks out of those two.
Oh yeah.
Two of my favorite comics. Hopefully, they'll have some stories for us. We'll ask them some questions. We'll get some advice from them too. Tom, you know, Mary being married, Tom not. You know, about this big day in people's lives.
Well, I'm actually not even celebrating it until Friday
smart.
because I did my show down here, and I was like, you know, whatever. I'm 56 years old. Who cares, right?
No, I mean, people get into it.
I care if you're watching. I care.
Get something nice. Giovanni, what's his name?
Derek.
Derek, get something nice for the lady. Friday. Where you going?
I do.
Oh, he didn't surprise you. Where you going?
No, I picked it out because I've been we've gone.
You picked it out, Derek.
No,
bring the credit card and the wallet and the cash
because I've been wanting him to go try this place at Piccolo Viaggio in Iceland.
Well, I just like the way you said it.
Piccolo Viaggio.
Piccolo Viaggio.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we're going to be taking out Les Deegan for his birthday, a few of us guys. And I asked us, where do you want to go? And I said, can we go to a hot pot place? Remember,
you love the hot. You
I
love
have
to cook.
been.
You love to pay to cook your own food.
I know. So Les is into it, and a few of us are going to take him out for his 70th
Ooh,
birthday.
Really?
Yes. 70th birthday. That should be nice. Happy birthday, Les Deegan, coming up.
When is that?
Sometime next month.
Your birthday's coming up.
Oh, yes. I want really a big deal made of it. Is 65 a big? Isn't that so? No, 62 is Social Security, right?
Yeah, 62 is Social Security, but 65 that's a
big
milestone.
one.
That's a milestone.
All right, so I got to do something.
And that's not next week. It's the weekend.
Well, you're
right?
you're one of the guys, and I know you don't take that as an insult.
No, not at all.
To me, you're one of the guys. We played pickleball a few weeks ago. She played with the guys. You know, and that's what I love about it. She could roll with the punches. She could put up makeup on makeup. You know, she does that thing for freaking 2 hours, and then the next day she'll be playing pickleball. She's in the gym working out. So very nice, very nice. Did you do the polar bear plunge the other day?
No.
Oh,
No.
I
don't go in the ocean or the bay in
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to be plunging my body into the ice cold water in the middle of February.
Well, there's no fishies or anything around. It's too cold.
It's just gross.
I want my Speedo.
You
Went down
did?
there with the Last That Saves Lives Speedo. Fire hydrant. Do I need to tell you where the fire hydrant is on the Last That Saves Lives Speedo? Do I need to describe it?
Nope,
No, right?
Nope.
And it's a
Do we have a picture?
we're not, they said it was X-rated. The picture.
Okay.
Because the Johnny plug was so small that they said it was. They didn't call it a Johnny plug. They called it like this.
A spark plug?
No, just watch. So yes, Butch. Do you want to comment?
I do want to comment. We have you made this big deal about not telling me who was on the show, and I just know that it's time for the person to be on the show.
All right, the Zoom now. They should be there by now. This special guest, like I said to Roseanne, I want to give her some advice about dating. And then I was embarrassed to do it. I said, who am I? So I wanted somebody to Zoom in who knew Roseanne. I called a few people or whatever, and I said, wait a second. A mother's here. So let's bring a mother out here, and she's going to give us, from watching Roseanne date the last number of years, a little advice, pointers, what to avoid from actual inside. Come out, Judy. From actual inside. Let's put her on that side.
Right over here.
Yeah. Because Judy is seeing some of the mistakes that maybe Roseanne has made.
Oh,
You're
wow.
moving. Don't move. Remember? Move back,
yeah.
John.
Over the,
Right there. Jesus.
Walk around the TV that way.
So Judy will come out here. Don't trip over any wires. Don't knock the TV. Here she comes. Judy, I know it's fancy
right
set.
here.
All right, Judy is sitting.
So
There she is.
basically,
you need to listen to Mom right now.
what you want to do right now is ensure
Is hell.
that I never date again.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes, because I've listened to Judy and make comments to it. Oh, she brought a list.
Was this planned?
Yes. So, Judy, can you, from watching Roseanne the last, let's say 20 years or whatever, any mistakes that she's made in your eyes?
A few.
All right, give me a few mistakes that Roseanne is, and give us stuff that's really private that nobody knows. You know, because nobody.
Semi.
All right, so go ahead. What do you got? Give us one.
Well, okay.
In Roseanne's face, she's like, "Don't say that to my mom because she'll do it." I'm not. Yeah, don't reveal anything.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
First thing.
First
the
thing.
Very
First
first
thing.
thing is
Yes.
you gotta make sure he's not married.
Oh,
That could be a bummer because
right?
let's look.
That's hard.
Let's say you're
That did not work
let's
out well.
Yeah.
say you're having a family gathering,
Just saying.
maybe a
Barbecue
and the wife shows up
could never
awkward.
happen.
of your
Judy,
boyfriend.
could never
And-
happen.
Oh, it did happen.
It did
oh,
happen, I
Oh,
know.
okay.
How
So
awkward.
you know about
She
it.
knows
I
about
already
that
know
one.
about that
Oh,
one.
All
Yeah.
right, she's doing
yeah.
better.
Really
Yeah.
careful now with that
Next,
one.
next.
Really.
What else you got, Judy?
Okay. Here. If the guy is a little paranoid and he thinks someone is maybe trying to poison his food, that's a sign. Oh, wait a minute. You've been there.
Been there.
Bro,
Oh, you
is that the
see?
same guy?
No,
No,
I married this one.
Oh,
I
you
married that
this
one.
one.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
so-
I thought I had good advice.
I thought you did too, but
All right,
clearly
well,
it's
all right.
a day late and a dollar short.
This is a good one.
Good one. Go.
This is a. You got to go for younger, like me.
Ooh.
You can't.
Like you
gotta
said,
go for-
like Judy, you go for young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my man over
How old are
there.
you? How old- Look at that guy over there. She just met this man tonight in the pizzeria next door. All right, so Judy,
But
younger.
anyway, you want to date a younger man because you don't want to have to hear about his enlarged prostate. He can't pee. He sleeps with a mask. He can't breathe. His back is a.
Judy, you just described me. Thank you very much. And I do complain about this to Roseanne. I do.
Well, I mean, that's the stuff you have to consider when you're dating, because you don't want to have to take care of someone and you're getting on in years.
Getting on. Very nice.
But
Making Roseanne's
you
day.
you could go lower. You can go lower.
All right, so those are good points, right?
You know, I find it interesting that I've been asking this woman
Mm.
to come up with a gem since we started. She hasn't come up with anything, but
Home run on Laughter Stage
But
Live.
John
Live.
asks her,
different
hey,
format.
Yeah.
can you come up with any more ways to embarrass your daughter?
Do you have one more point,
Yes.
Judy? One more before we break.
know,
That's good?
Well, what was I thinking? There was, oh, yeah. Well, and this is important too. If you do date, you
Mhm.
go out for a date, first of all, you don't pay. You don't pay.
You don't get to take out the wallet.
But never bore him with your job. Nobody cares about your Ponzi scheme. Okay? That's all.
Ponzi scheme. So if anybody's watching that watches Roseanne do her makeup thing and you're interested, Mom just sucked the life out of that venture.
No.
It's not a, but no, she does a wonderful job. Thank you, Judy,
Well, thank
for
you
bringing
for
some
having
gems
me.
to the table.
I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Very
Thanks.
funny, Judy.
Just
Thank
remember,
you. Wriggles Up with Andrew from Fight for Firefighters.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives
Live.
Judy's show. We're gonna call
Wow,
it from now
the
on.
things that can happen on a
Yeah.
live broadcast.
Yes, we love it. We love Judy. Our next segment, we're gonna do our hero segment first. This is our hero segment. Who designed that? Was that Bobby?
That was nice.
Andrew, look at that intro.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Did you see the intro we just gave you, the hero segment?
No, I did see Judy though, and I feel bad following that up.
It is not
happy to
easy
be
to
here, but
follow
that was
Judy.
tremendous.
I have a feeling Judy will be a regular guest when
Yeah.
we need somebody. Yeah.
And
So-
Andrew, now you know why I'm single.
We all run into those same issues though. I don't know. This is everybody in dating, you know? Try an app.
You know what? On a serious note, and I don't mean to get too serious, but I lost my mom 9 years ago. I freaking love that. I love that. I love that they're
That's really
still
nice.
close. Her mom, her daughter. It's a wonderful family, and I wish they would freaking invite me over for dinner already. I've been nothing. All right. So Andrew, pronounce your last name. I apologize. I should have did it in advance.
Spadaro.
Spadaro.
Would you have said that?
Yes, Spadaro.
Spadaro. So Andrew, we've been in the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years before since I met John Veith, the gentleman who is he the president of Fight for Firefighters?
He is the president. Yes.
Okay. I met John and I saw the great work that you guys are doing. Tell our viewers, if they don't know what you're all about, basically what Fight for Firefighters does.
The Fight for Firefighters builds ramps and augments homes for first responders and their families. So essentially, all these first responders that were getting sick after 9/11, they were fighting these long battles. Sometimes wheelchair bound, sometimes worse, and weren't able to leave the house for doctor's visits a lot of the time. So John Vaith, as you said, Sal Sedano, another guy from my firehouse, Rusty Roth, they're contractors. They know what they're doing with their hands. So they started building ramps for these guys. And we raise money ourselves. It's a volunteer program. We put together these ramps and it helps. It's not gonna change the world, but it's gonna change their world, and every little bit counts.
Oh, it's not going to change the world, but it's going to change their world. Is that on your website?
No, not yet.
That should be.
It should be.
That should be, because you are absolutely right. We walk into the house every day. We go up the stairs and walk into the house 5-6 times a day.
Yeah,
It's a chore for these guys and the family members that are disabled. And you guys are changing their life. You're making their life so much easier.
Giving them freedom.
Yeah. Laughter Saves Lives has supported you, little bit. We're so proud and happy that you've let us into the little world to write some checks. Our next pickleball night, which we'll show the flyer later, on April 19th, I think it is, Pickleball Hall. We're going to write a check at the end of the night to Fight for Firefighters.
Nice.
Because
we're so grateful. We're so grateful. Thank you so much.
Bobby, show those pictures that Butch got from Andrew. We have a few pictures here. I think 2 pictures of a recent job that you guys did. Here we go. Now, it's hard for us to read it from back here. Andrew, can you read it from there?
So
there it is.
Yeah, it's a little better there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there it is.
This was written by who? One of the daughter?
So this was the sister of the son of an active fireman. We had to essentially expand the bathroom so that this young man could get around more freely. This is the note from his sister. She watched a lot of this construction go on, and she was just very appreciative that this was a particularly.
It says, guys, I'll read it for you. It says, "This was built for my brother Dino. Thank you, John Vaith and the Fight for Firefighters Foundation. We love you so much. Love the Scally family. Never forget firefighter Steve Pollard and firefighter Timmy." Is that Kick?
Klein. Timmy Klein.
Klein.
Timmy,
Yeah.
Andrew, Timmy Klein, he was the one that passed away 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was April 22 in Canarsie. Both of those guys were Ladder 170 guys. Both great guys. Both worked for the Fight for Firefighters. And, everything that we do is for those guys. We can't miss them enough.
What firehouse, again, in New York City, that most of these guys come from?
Ladder 170 in Canarsie. So 257 is our engine company, 257, Ladder 170 and Battalion 58. And that's kind of where it all started. John and Sal have since been promoted, but they continue to be active in our firehouse, and we try and reciprocate that with the active members as much as possible.
Yeah, most firehouses in New York City have 2 companies. Some have 3, some have 1, but most of them have 2 and maybe a chief. So both companies are involved with this, but also from following you guys, if you do a job for a different firehouse, a guy that's retired, that's disabled, or needs a ramp, those guys get involved usually with helping out, right?
Yeah, it's a really nice thing. So, for example, we went up to the Bronx, north of the Bronx last week. There was a lieutenant who was retired out of a Bronx company. We had to build an 87-foot ramp. It was tremendous, a lot of twists and turns, all this. There was probably 40 guys there from his firehouse, and they had, machinery. They had ample manpower. It's, people start coming from, next door neighbors sometimes. We're just anybody with, 2 hands that is willing to grab a shovel and do something. It's some of these builds are really nice. We did one in Staten Island for a little girl. The whole block was out. It's sometimes it gets really special. Anybody, you see a lot of individual community togetherness when you do these projects, because it's just one block, and everybody comes out. It's a nice thing.
And I'm sure it's not everybody banging nails or tightening screws. I'm sure you get people dropping off food, drinks, whatever. Somebody supplying the beer.
Exactly. I've never seen a beer on any one of these things, John. I don't know what.
Yeah, my mistake.
Oh, very up and up.
Yes, my mistake.
It's a super serious thing.
John invited me to have something coming up with who's the fire department chef, the guy that does the very popular chef.
I know who you're talking about. I'm not going to remember the name either, though.
All right, I don't remember the name. We'll get it later. Watch, Butchie's going to come on.
I think he's single, though, Roseanne.
What?
I said I think he's single, that guy, whoever he is.
Oh.
Well, he's going to be coming to one of your jobs coming up, cook a meal or whatever. And John invited me to come out. I'll bring the big check. We'll
awesome.
check you guys that day. I always say the big check, and I mean size of the check. Our numbers are not
as big,
but we try to get sponsors, and more sponsors we get, the larger the numbers we'll get. And it's probably the corniest joke going, and I probably mentioned it on the air, but a lady came up to me at one of the events and said, John, so generous of you guys, but how do they cash the check? Because it's the big check.
Because it's the giant.
Big bank.
I always say, are you silly? Are you really? You're asking me that? Go into the bank and look at the teller all the way on the left. She has a very big drawer. Yeah. And sometimes they buy it. Sometimes they call me profanity and walk away. But I'm just so any builds you're working on right now?
We just did 2 on Monday. We had one in Garden City for a retired chief, and then a local build. I'm in Rockaway, a couple blocks away from me, for a elderly relative of a firefighter. It's weird how it comes. Sometimes there's a low. We have 4 or 5 coming up in the next 2 months. It's like I said, it comes and it goes. We have a fundraiser coming up with the FDNY hockey team on March 29th at UBS. If we can get people out for that, that would be tremendous.
Cool. March 29th?
Yes, we're trying to put some butts in the seats for that. It's the FDNY hockey team versus St. Nick's Hockey Club, and proceeds are going to be going to the Fight for Firefighters Foundation.
Did you say St. Nick's?
St. Nick's, yes, that's correct.
Who are they?
I have no idea.
Oh, all right. I'm wondering, is it like a church?
I'm sure I'm sure a ton of guys are going to go.
I would assume that they just put some scrub team against the fire department team because they don't want to lose to anybody. So they're probably like an 8th grade unit, something.
Ray Cooney is the chef. Thank you, Kevin R. Ray Cooney, that's his name. I've met him once or twice. Nice guy. So that's gonna be a nice build. Yeah, all right, so you got that coming up. We got the pickleball thing that we're gonna throw you some money on the 19th of April. Are you gonna be able to make that? 419?
Probably.
It's a pickleball / comedy night.
Oh.
Your daughter's on it.
Yeah, I think. Did you speak to me about this?
I think so. So
it's
cool.
a Friday. I'm free. Look at that.
Your website. If somebody wants to help you guys out, where do they look for you?
FightForFireFightersFoundation.com, and the Instagram is Fight for Firefighters Foundation, and the Facebook is Fight for Firefighters Foundation. Correct.
I know.
Yeah.
That's good. You keep it all the same. It's easy to find wherever you look.
Unless you're sitting out like me, because today I supported you guys and I wrote in there, Laughter Saves Lives, loves what Friends of Firefighters does, and we support them. And Butch wrote me a message. Hey, Dopey, look at Facebook. Because I knew you were going to do that sooner or later, so I changed it. But we do love Friends of Firefighters also.
They're great.
We love them too. All right, Andrew, thank you for taking the time to come on.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
All right, you say happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Nice to meet you.
All right, take care. What a nice guy. What great work.
Yeah, that's really great stuff that they do.
And I always say, I'm repeating myself, but donating your time is something special because we only have so much of that. Money, we all write out checks, right? I'm always writing out the $10 checks to St. Jude's and the $5 checks. No, you know what? Paul has I have to hide those things because when she gets them, she writes out these checks, and I say to her, it's very nice, honey. Who do you think we are?
Yeah.
The amount of the money,
Yeah.
she's just right. But well, you know, it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's go to break, and we'll be back with Tommy D,
Woo!
one of the funniest men in town.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we're back.
We are
Laughter
back.
Saves Lives live. Before we bring in Tommy Daddario, can we throw up let's do the pickleball segment right here. Give me some pickleball, boys. We're back. Laughter Saves Lives pickleball team went 0-5 this week. Zero wins.
No, that's not good. I'm
5
sorry.
losses. Which is fine because it sets us up for the playoffs next week, where we'll be playing weaker teams in the B bracket, and we will take the championship.
There
I
you
guarantee
go.
you.
There you go.
So,
yeah, woo!
Can we throw up the pickleball flyer we were just talking about with Fight for Firefighters? This event is on April 19th, Friday night. And this is perfect. Like I planned this. Guess who's headlining that show?
Who?
Tom Daddario!
Give
Where's
me a
our
second.
pickleball? We did our pickleball.
I'll
bring
bring it up
Tommy
in a
in.
minute. I'm
Bring
sorry.
Tommy in, and we'll bring the flyer in whenever you find it. Tommy D!
Hey, what's up?
You know, you even thought I planned that, but I'm such an idiot. I didn't even think of doing that until I looked at you and I go, oh, he's doing that show.
You know what it is, John? You're a marketing genius.
You
just
started
come up with this stuff last second.
You started with, I'm not going to say, I thought you were going to say, John, you know what it is? You're a moron. But you went to marketing genius. I'm so happy.
And he has a list here too.
I do. I didn't.
None
even
of the important stuff is written on it though.
I did not even look at my. Hello, Tom.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Isn't that wonderful? It's a Valentine's show.
It is partially a Valentine's show.
I wore my Valentine's
Well,
sweater.
partially. I mean, it's only because it's Valentine's Day. Like, you can't ignore it.
No, we couldn't ignore it. Got a little cutie pie thing here. See it? Cutie pie. Got the flowers.
Right. And Roseanne, right? You're giving kisses away for 25 cents.
25.
Roseanne,
Is that say cents or dollars?
25 cents.
Cents?
I'm sorry, but it says cents.
Oh.
Yeah. We had an event that came from an event where Roseanne was there. And we had $25 and we didn't do good business. So we have lowered the price to 25 cents.
Story of my life.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, at that rate, I can hand you $10 and wow.
So good seeing you, my brother.
Same
One of my
here.
favorite comics. We've been to Florida together doing comedy.
Amazing.
I love this guy. Give us the quickest Laughter Saves Lives story you can give us with a yuck. What is one of the experiences you had?
When we were in Florida, I
Yes.
talked to the management of the show we were doing, and you
Yes.
told me, do not curse.
Don't use the
Because-
F-bomb, I told you.
Don't use the F-bomb. It's a
Don't
big
do it.
show. Everybody's concerned. So the leaders, the heads of the show came over to me, and they were like, listen, if you want to use the F-bomb a couple of times, we're okay with it. And I was
And
like,
you told
guys
me.
Sure? I told you nothing.
You told me nothing. So what did you do? You went up there and killed it. How many times did you drop the F-bomb?
5 or 6.
No,
I've
no,
seen
no,
your
no.
act a lot more than that.
No. And every time you dropped it, I crapped in my pants.
You
Yeah,
crapped in
pretty
your
much.
pants.
I was a wreck. I go, oh my God.
His stomach was hurting. He was yeah. Thank God there were paramedics in the room because he needed a paramedic.
And they loved him. He killed, standing ovation. He's walking out.
That's
and I go,
hilarious.
what am I going to say to this poor guy? I'm not
And
going
he
to
doesn't even
why did you drop the F? Because I was a little, upset. You didn't listen to me. So I didn't say anything. He was hysterical, right? So the next morning, we're in the pool with the waterfall. Remember
floating around. Yeah, floating around.
We're swimming around in the pool.
John's just like, let me ask you a question.
Finish your question. I go, remember last night when I told you not to drop the F-bomb? And Tommy's like, sure, I remember.
This is us floating in the water.
That's and I said, well, why did you drop the F-bomb 15 times? Whatever I said. And he goes, oh, wait. I go, what? He goes, oh, the guy told me I could. I go, could you have told me?
No, that wouldn't have been nearly as much.
No, that would have been easy then.
Yeah.
I think they didn't tell me on purpose.
I don't know, man. It's very possible. John and I have this great thing whenever I work for him and we do gigs, right? You want to offer me a show, John? Let's just show.
Hey, Tommy, April 23rd, you available?
That's not enough money.
He's great. He's great.
Yeah,
I love him. Valentine's Day. Any special memories from the past? Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. Last year I was at a Pocono resort, a honeymoon resort.
Nice.
On Valentine's, but by myself. So it's really weird to be under a mirrored ceiling alone on Valentine's. And the greatest thing about it was it's Valentine's, okay? I wish my camera would have worked at night because I saw a couple walking, having an argument. Every time I go there, there's a couple fighting. Every single time. And they're walking along, and as they're walking, there were signs on the side of the road that said, like, the land of love, and the next one said, together forever. And they were stopping in front of every sign to scream at each other. It was the funniest thing. If I could have gotten, it was just at night, so I couldn't get it on video, but they were screaming at each other, and then they would walk a little further and stop in front of the next sign that said the land of love, and they would scream at each other in front of the sign. It was like, oh my God.
The expectations are too high on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Of course, you should show the person that you care about love every day. I don't trust guys that have like 11 boxes of chocolate and 23 bouquets of flowers on Valentine's. You should be there for your person, whether it's, whatever your significant other is.
Mm-hmm.
You should be there for them all the time.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't buy my wife flowers enough. When you're married a long time, we don't do the right thing often. I'm talking about, I think most of the guys. There's some that are wonderful and
you get comfortable
and embarrass
it's not,
the rest
not
of
doing
us.
The right thing.
No, I should be good. So last week I brought the Dolly a bouquet of flowers last week. Just brought them in. I mean, they're always from the supermarket, but I still, brought them in. Thank you so much. That was nice. So this morning I said, I got to do something for Valentine's Day. Even though I don't give a rat's ass. For me, she did give me some chocolate stuff. She orders them from Amazon Prime in a box. They come 3 weeks ago. And then she takes them out, opens it, and throws it on the table. That was lovely that she did that. Lovely. So I went and I got some flowers, some roses today. And I got a little chocolate and I gave it to her. And that was nice. I think you got to recognize your wife on Valentine's Day.
I agree. I agree with recognizing the day, but I also think that if you're good to a person that you're with all the time, all of the days, and then you just give them a card,
right?
Or you say, let's go to dinner. It doesn't have to be, balloons filling the room and stuff like that, because I think a lot of that is performative.
It's really nice. My daughter's boyfriend does this. He writes letters on special occasions, sometimes at Christmas or whatever, and he writes these letters to her. And I think that's such a nice, to really put your thoughts. They're young; they're not together all that long, so that's probably going to die with the rest of the happiness someday. But I'm speaking from a very bitter place.
Bring out Judy again. Bring Judy back.
Look, that should say "bad stories," 25 cents right on the box.
No, I'm just
a little like my father there, Missy.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, look, I'm not with someone now, and I'm happy by myself. I need to focus on things that, when you focus on you, you find out, you have to love you first before you can love somebody else. And I swear, I've never done online dating, but if I ever did, on the very front page, there would be no pictures, no description of me, nothing. It would just say, what temperature do you want the room? That's it. I don't. There's nothing else that matters anymore except the temperature of the room. I can't be with somebody that puts me in a meat locker to go to sleep. I got to wear mittens like Bernie Sanders in that chair. I don't want to do it.
I agree with you. I know. I know.
But
I was like a puppy dog. I was with a woman, and my nose. I was like a puppy dog. My nose was cold. You can't warm your nose. What am I going to wear? A mitten? I was freezing.
My house is cold. My wife likes the window open at night, and my dad, who's 90, he comes over and you can't see him on the couch. He has his sweatshirt, his jacket, and a blanket. All you see is like two eyes on the couch.
Right, because your wife wants to store meat.
Yeah.
And then when you're my age, I'm 62, right? So women are going through like changes. So you have one room is 60 degrees, the other one's 90. It could snow in the doorway. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
All right, so
it is a lot.
Tommy, here's what I want to do. I want to bring Mary out because I want to continue this with Mary, if that's all right with you. All right.
We got to take. Then we have to do our commercial.
All right. Yeah. Let's break quick, and we'll be right back with Tommy and Mary.
I'm here.
Let's break quick.
The Arbors Assisted Living is the premier yet affordable, all-inclusive assisted living option with 5 communities on Long Island in Nassau and Suffolk counties. The Arbors promotes living life to the fullest by providing a wide range of activities, amenities, and events. You get all care, all services, all amenities, all included. Call 866-THE-ARBORS. That's 866-THE-ARBORS.
We're back. Let's bring in from the LA area. She grew up in Boston, then she came to New York, where I was lucky enough to meet her and make a lifelong friend. She's been on Shameless. She has a bunch of projects coming up. Please, a nice warm welcome for Mary Kennedy.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And Mario standing there going, and my intro was Tom. That was it. And I gave Mary this whole big long freaking thing. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hello. Yes, I put makeup on. It's been a day. I usually don't look this good because I'm a mom of 2 teenagers. But here I am. The husband actually ordered flowers for me that he did not handpick himself. Some stranger got me flowers for Thanksgiving. I'm going through for Valentine's Day. Excuse me. Yeah.
It's why Thanksgiving? Because he's being a turkey, you're saying. Is that what you're saying? It's like Thanksgiving.
He doesn't see that there's anything wrong that he did DoorDash to get my flowers. What do you think?
And neither do I. So, that's my man. We're stupid. Before I bring Tommy back, you're working on a few projects. You want to mention any of them? Can you mention anything?
Yeah, but you know what? It might be a little bit of a conflict of interest because your pickleball tournament is the same day as the show that I'm in is off Broadway. And I don't want to pull from your people.
I think the pickleball people, the Mary Kennedy people, are probably not the pickleball people.
Okay, so if you're not a pickleball person, I am off Broadway with my show Midlife Mood Swing. It's about menopause and motherhood and midlife. It's April 19th at the Theater Row Theater on 42nd Street. You can get tickets by going to United Solo Theater Fest, and you can click on it and see me live with my one-person show. It's one night only, and so I'd love to see you there in New York City.
And you said menopause, right?
Menopause. Yeah, like Boston, menopause. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring Tommy back on because I think you two together is going to be so funny as we talk about some of these topics. Let's bring Tommy back. All right.
Hi, Tommy.
Nice to meet you. You can see me, right? Where are you?
Yeah. You're in the bottom here.
You're on the bottom.
Yeah, you're on the bottom. She's in the corner over here.
I see you.
Now, did you ever work with Mary, Tom?
Yes.
Did I have a question? When was it, Mary?
In Long Island.
Long Island,
moved, right?
It was one of his shows, or we did it online. Okay. I think it was online.
All right.
Was it in the days of online comedy?
Yeah, it was during the pandemic. Yeah.
The asterisk next to the show. They'll have a little asterisk.
Yeah.
COVID show. So he ordered the flowers through Amazon Prime, you said? Where are you?
No, DoorDash.
Oh, you were he really DoorDashed flowers?
He DoorDashed flowers, turkey,
Wow.
milk, because there was no bread. This is no bread, no turkey, nothing for the kids' lunches. So last night I was like, what? We have nothing. And so then in the dark, he went on his phone and he ordered all the groceries and added the flowers on. No card.
Now, were you home?
Wow.
Tom.
And also flowers.
And also flowers. I was home at the time. And then I came home today after working. I do some consultant teaching work. I came home and there were the flowers on the dining room table. They're beautiful. Everybody's going to think I'm such a jerk. But what I said to him was, he's like, look, I got you flowers. I go, a stranger's hand got me flowers. You didn't go into, I don't understand men not going into the grocery store. I go into the grocery store. I feel food. I smell it. My husband refuses.
Yes, I have to do that. I can't order food. But Tom, I mean, am I just do not also? He got flowers for.
I didn't want to answer that right away.
I know.
He got flowers. Yeah. But there's intention. That's why I was saying you have to love the one you're with all the time. It's not just the 14th of February that you're kind to someone. That has to happen all the time. And if you buy flowers that, Steve picked and Jose drove him to the store, it's not as much as when your husband it'd be better if he literally, and I'm not trying to rag on your husband, please don't take this the wrong way. You're 3,000 miles away. I'm not trying to sleep with you. But if the guy had one rose that he literally handed her that and said, I stole this from our neighbor's garden, it would be better than Steve picking flowers. I'm sorry.
See, Tom, I knew I loved you. Yeah, see?
No, but I don't know. But, he had to get some stuff done. He had was he busy today? Did he have a lot of work to do? Or yesterday, could he have gone out? Maybe he's busy earning money for the family.
Well, yes, but who worked all day today? I did. Now, here's the thing, though, and now I'm going to get crap. Right. After your show, have to go out and get everything for the kids because I'm going to get crap because I'm going after. But the reason why I'm going after is because my husband didn't add that to the list. So now I have to be the pseudo Valentine's bunny and go get it so our kids don't think we're horrible people. So I'm still going to the store.
Why don't you call DoorDash?
Exactly. Go on Seamless.
Maybe a little Instacart. I don't know.
Care. Kids won't care.
No, kids don't. They don't care about that. As long as there's chocolate.
And the problem is your husband won't care. That's the problem with men. If you go buy him flowers and you're like, I didn't even pick these out. He's like, I don't care.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I said earlier, I love being in CVS today, just watching. It was jam-packed with people. And it was all these panicked looking men looking at the cards because there was nothing good left, because they waited till the last minute.
This was me online at CVS with 4 hearts, and then I got to the front of the line and realized they didn't get cards. And I'm like, no, I'm not going back.
I'm not going back.
Let me tell you something. If any man is within the sound of my voice, right? I want to tell you something. Make something for your wife or girlfriend.
Yes.
Make something with your own hands. Take some photos of your children. Take some photos of a family barbecue. Take some photos of her. Put them in a frame. Make it a nice frame. Put some thoughtful comment in it and hand it to her.
Well, paint the rock, maybe.
Okay, paint the rock. Okay, all right. I don't know what a rock.
Yes, paint the rock so I can toss it at your head when you give it to me.
Hard sticker on it. That would be nice.
I just don't know what a rock has to do with romance, but okay.
Solid as a rock.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that was a nice save. I'm not gonna lie.
Congratulations, John.
Like a sieve.
That was a good save.
Yeah. Right here, a sieve.
But no, I mean, my husband is a wonderful man. We've been together. It'll be almost 22 years in March. That's when we've been together 22 years. He's a very thoughtful man. He listens, but, and this is part of my set too, and I also do it in my one-person show, men have selective hearing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that
Sorry.
Selective hearing. So I can be right in front of him and say, and I did say this, do we have turkey and bread for the sandwiches this week for school? Oh yeah, we got it. And then sure enough,
You don't have it.
We don't have it. So selective hearing, ladies and
You know
gentlemen.
what? I have ADHD, so if there's something shiny in the background, you can't have a fight with me.
Okay.
Because like my ex would be like talking to me, even if it was just a conversation, and I would start like looking because the TV's on, so it's the magic box, and I start looking at the magic box. It doesn't matter what's on it, and then all of a sudden she would just say, and then a monkey walked in carrying a giraffe, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, you weren't listening to me, and of course I wasn't.
Of course.
I love the way you imitate your old girlfriends. What's the voice? Give me the voice. You weren't listening to me. Do that.
Oh,
voice.
you weren't listening to me. Yeah, I know. I always do that. But
They all sounded the same.
Of course they do. Well, when you women imitate men, you always go.
It's accurate though.
It is.
You have the same voice
I
for all
admit
men.
I'm just an idiot. I don't listen at all. And I'm deaf in one ear, so I have an excuse. I just say I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. But Tommy,
Men are
I'm
just
on the
men.
meds now for the ADHD, man.
Yeah.
I'm on the meds now. I am cranking stuff. I am doing work in a day I've never done before. I am doing my neighbor's work. I go over like 2 o'clock. I'm done. I go over to my neighbor who works from home. What do you got? You got anything?
Calls me. Do you need your lawn mowed?
When I started taking the meds, I would call her almost every day. I'd go, Roseanne, these meds are great. You need anything done?
What do you got for me? You got anything? Where the hell were you yesterday when I needed some shoveling done?
Yeah.
Suddenly you weren't on the meds.
What else you got, Mary? Anything else you got there?
Got what?
You have a Valentine's, Valentine's. I used to say Valentine, right?
You used to say Valentine's.
Valentine's, yeah.
Valentine.
Well, I bought myself my own Valentine gift. So I went and got a pair of boots for myself.
Nice.
But then my teenage daughter found them, and now she wants the same pair, except her foot's a little bit bigger. So I'm going and buying boots for her today. It just never ends.
But you're lucky she
her
has the
feet
bigger
are
foot.
bigger because my daughter's feet are the same size as my wife, and things disappear.
Oh, that would make me so mad.
Exactly.
That would make me so mad.
Yeah, things disappear though. But no, I mean, listen, it's a beautiful day. And if you're in long-term relationship, the fact that, we still, like, we gave each other a hug and a kiss this morning before we brushed our teeth. We didn't kiss on the mouth though, only on the forehead.
Okay.
So it's beautiful. It's a
don't judge.
beautiful, beautiful thing.
Isn't that like a prostitute's motto? Don't kiss on the lips?
No kissing.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
no
right.
kissing.
That's what they say. Yeah.
No kissing.
I'm not saying anything, Mary. I respect you. I'm just saying, where did that come from?
Pretty
Where
woman.
did that come from?
Pretty woman.
Probably. Well, I was also a prostitute on Shameless, so
That's right. That's right. And a
You
great
were?
job you did.
I was. I was a prostitute. I was New Fiona, a prostitute who was out of work and got paid by food, which is kind of the way it is now. I get paid in food sometimes as a comic. I worked for Cheesecake when I was in New York.
Right.
Remember Junior's Cheesecake?
Oh, yeah. If you've never seen Shameless and Mary's episodes, watch them. She nails this character. It is hysterical.
Season
And
7.
I knew Mary for years, and I watched it, and I was like, I had to keep going. Oh, that's Mary. You know
What season is it, Mary? What season?
Season 7. Season 7. He gets a new family, and I am the new unimproved Fiona. I'm his daughter.
What episode were you in? You remember the numbers?
703, 704, 705, 706, 707, 708.
Oh, that's great, Mary. That's a lot of FaceTime.
Yeah. She made a ton of money, and I still get nothing on my birthday from her. Nothing.
Oh, stop it.
Mary, repeat the show again.
So if people want to see me when I'm in New York, Friday, April 19th, the non-pickleball people, I will be performing at Theater Row Theater on 42nd Street, my one-person show, Midlife Mood Swing, about motherhood, midlife, and menopause. Theater Row Theater. If you want tickets, go to United Solo Theater Festival, and you can get tickets. I'd
Tommy,
love to see you.
Tommy's going to be at the pickleball night the same night.
I am going to be at the pickleball show. I will be there. I'm sorry, Mary. I will have to be at the pickleball thing.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's the pickleball thing came up like right in front of my face. That's cool. Fantastic. No, but that's good. That's good. It looks better than I do. I like the poster.
And one more flyer over Tommy's face on the 219 show. We're doing Brick Oven Pizza place, Rico's, raising some money.
29.
Yeah, an autistic
Yes.
charity.
No, ta-da.
February 29th.
Some up and coming comics. We're putting on the show, little audition for Laughter Saves Lives. It's going to be a fun night. To recap, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
I have to mention my movie, please.
Yes,
if you don't
yes,
mind.
please.
Oh, yes. Pancakes and Syrup. It's a film that I have coming out that I co-wrote with Robert Cividanis. He directed it. It's coming out this spring. They're finishing up the editing tomorrow. Thank God. It is such an arduous task putting a feature film together. It is.
Am I on the cutting room floor?
Are you? No, you're right in there.
Yes,
right in there.
I didn't even get onto the cutting room.
And it's pancakesandsyrup.net in case anybody wants to check it
out. We're not in it.
John, you know how John is, right? I asked him 16 times to be in the movie. And every time he told me, I got my grandson, I got the thing, I can't do it.
We got to go, but just let me recap. 419, Mary will be on Broadway. Tommy will be
off Broadway. Off
Broadway. Tommy will be at a pickleball show in a pickleball hall. Good night, everybody. We're going to the diner. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Peace.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.